All right, let's get started. Oop, I can. We'll see how today goes. I'm a little bit under the weather. I think I ended up taking probably an hour-long nap before I got on stream. But the goal today is to be on the right scene. The goal today is to get this POI done. And then maybe start working on the next one. Right now, what we got working... We got the POI itself spawning, so now we just kind of... And all of the groundwork for all of the POIs. The framework for all the POIs, so now we can just kind of... Now we can just kind of bang out the couple that are going to be in here. And for now, if I come over here, yeah, you can see I finally added the UI to this screen. But yeah, so we got the little thing, the little campsite spawns, clears out a little bit of the area so it's not being overwhelmed. There's still a few graphical issues here and there with some of the generation. That can be sorted out. And then yeah, there's a little duffel bag here that's got stuff in it. I gotta fix this menu still too. All right. All right. Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting a little distracted. I got stuff going off on Discord right now. All right. Whew. I was talking about Civ 7, which I might play Civ on stream later. We'll see. Because I'd have to change some things with my settings. So I'm not really set up to stream games, but like I said, I'm not feeling great. So if the coding is not really working well for me, I'll just kind of try that. Okay, so one thing I got to do is I need to change. I like the dossier. The problem is I don't know where to put it right now. I think I need to change. I mean, this UI is going to change in general anyway, so I think I kind of just got to suffer with it for now. Also, I don't think it covers up the... What's on the... Oh, yeah. This generation is rough. This is the one annoying thing working on this scene. And I honestly, now that I got that fixed with the actual POI itself spawning, I'm probably just going to turn off the generation for now, just for the sake of Unity not freaking out because of the generation. Because it takes a while to create and clean this thing up. While that's loading, actually, I'm going to open up Oh, I'm gonna load up a sprite because we are gonna need that today. All right, there we go. Hit interactable, hit. Okay, let's get rid of some of these prints. These prints are annoying me too. Oh, I don't have the Visual Studio open. All right, so what was I even gonna try? Oh yeah, print. Hit interactable, lootable. Okay, so there's like Control F, print. Let's just find all these prints and get rid of them. You finding them for me, Jesus? I might have some as debugs. Okay, yeah, so that's... Okay, those can stay, I guess. That can stay. Hit interactable. Get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. That's fine. Okay. Then let's go back to the force generator and let's completely pull all this stuff out for the time being, just for the sake of loading. So let's open up this POI now that all that stuff is cleared out. Or well, for starters, we're gonna go to a sprite. And let's try to do I like this? I think I do. That. Okay, anyway, back to this. So this bag. I think I want to make this honestly smaller. So let's just try to make like a backpack. Move this out of the way for now because I want to pack these like in a good, nice way. And let's pull some reference art. I'm thinking. I like this one. I just don't want to, like, I don't want to straight copy these things, but like they also, oh, there we go. It's kind of what I want, but let's erase this off and put this down here so I can actually see chat too. Put this here so I can reference this a little bit better. All right. Okay, so backpack kind of is gonna have kind of have this boxy shape to it, so let's do that. Something like that. No, definitely one more higher there. Something like that. And then there's going to be another like bag or like pouch in the front. Something like that. I don't like that. It probably needs to do that. Need a palette. I want a good like tan color. Generator, let's go. Oh yeah, I've done that. Let's see what this looks like. Add that in, select this. I don't know what color this is. Like, $5d6. 532. Not what I want. Oh, geez. Okay. Trying to find a good brown to use. That looks pretty good. I don't think I want it to be darker. Yeah, I like that. Oh, what am I looking for? Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So a little bit darker in the back. Bit of highlighting on the top here. And then, right. Is that giving? I wonder if I slot you over to the left a bit. This backpack's gonna be the size of the guy. That was the problem. I don't know if that reads like backpack strap. What I do want to do though is I want to grab this. Actually, I don't need to do that because I can just grab those sprites. So like I don't need this sprite. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Don't need this sprite. Don't need that sprite anymore. We don't need this. We'll leave that backpack there. It's fine. Hey, how's it going? Oh, you're on. Wait, you're on the YouTube side. What are you doing over there? I got this Botrix thing to not show up in my chat, but it'd be there for the time being. All right, let's save this off. Back over here. Oh, actually, before I do that, edit this guy. You're there now. Oh, that's fair. Oops. Let's grab that. Yep, there for the time being. Let's just see what that looks. That color palette looks good. It is weird that it's like the size of the player, but that's whatever. And honestly, I think this needs to be a trigger, so it's not blocking. Not blocking movement. Not running on water. Oh, unless you're talking all the way up here. That's called lack of a tile map. Okay, cool. You can still interact with that. So every campsite will have the option to spawn probably, what do I want to have access to? Probably not like anything crazy. Like the backpack could have, probably have to make, I'm gonna have to make specific loot tables for this thing. It's like the backpack could have like small things, like maybe small tools, some ammo, like access to like a couple pistols. So now let's clean up this sprite is so bad. Oh. Yeah, have a good one, and thanks. Alright, let's just look up some references here again. Yeah, like those things that you store like food or drinks in and stuff like that. Weird, there's like no references for sprite art, so I just gotta look at actual coolers, which is pretty much what this thing is. Maybe it's just more this shading on this is just not agreeing with me, and the colors are like kind of off. So if let me just keep using this guy, but then let's just see what this looks like. It's be right there, but then for your sprite, I gotta change where I'm spawning, so I have to keep running over here. I forgot to do it again. Why am I still running into you? Trigger. Apply all. There we go. This is just unnecessary stuff to collide with. I don't know why I'm still... POI scenery. Don't need this. Oh, because okay, that's why. Because the actual POI scenery is what does the is trigger. Because otherwise, yeah. If I get rid of this line of code, come back over here and I make this guy a trigger. Since it's scenery, the thing's probably going to delete it. Oh, it didn't. Okay, well now I'm oops. The trees still spawn okay, or can get deleted okay. It depends on what the trees like spawn in as. They should probably all be trigger too. Because then I could just make it a flag of... Oh, the is POI scenery is probably what prevents it from getting... Yeah, the is POI scenery is what's preventing it from getting removed. So I could just, yeah, make this a trigger on it has collision or not, and then that, or, you know, has collision or not, and then flip it as if it's a trigger or not. It's taking a long time to fire up. I break it. I might have broke it. definitely broke something there. Oh, okay. Because every single one of these freaking trees probably spawned in as... But every single one of them spawned in with an actual rigid body, and that's probably what was killing the performance there. That's gonna take a minute. Okay. Okay, so what I need to do is in the base scenery class, I need to put... There we go. So what I can do now is say this tree has collision. No. The dead tree has collision. No. You has collision. No. You has collision. No. Cool. All of that stuff does not have collision. And that's a toggle I can do later on scenery if I want it to have collision. Now I should be able to run this and it not completely break things. Broke something with the grass, but I think I'm cool with it, honestly. Actually, when I get this POI done, I think I'm gonna shift focus a bit, and before I do another POI and do something else, like say either like the start menu, the main menu would be nice to do, or like even like learning how to do a loading screen. It's Forest 01. Yeah, see, I turned. Yeah, but I think I'm cool with that. I gotta put some documentation into some of these things too, so I know what they are. Okay. So with that, honestly, there we go. actually, what I could do too is I could put a bit of code in here. Let me make sure I remember how this works. Forget how to. So if not generate terrain, continue. So now, like, what should happen here? Put this in the bottom just so it's in a. Basically building in my own like debugger. So debug options, generate terrain. If it is false, when I run this, it won't generate any trees. When it is true, it will generate the trees. Okay, so there's no trees. Now I can come in here, click that, run that. Now it should do the trees and grass. There you go. Now I got a little debugging tool, so I don't have to keep coming in here and commenting code out whenever I want to do stuff. So what I could do is $ if Unity underscore editor and if, there we go. That should accomplish the same thing where all right, so I think what we're going to do here is let's take what I got. Finished scaffold for POIs. Commit, push. We're going to merge all this into master now. Probably not logged in. Oh, shoot, I am. All right. Merge. Confirm merge. Cool. Get that down. Let's go ahead and go back onto main. Fetch. We are going to make fetch happen. Unity's gonna be like, oh my god. There we go. And there we go. Okay, cool. What I want to do now then is to get rid of this. Unity loading screen. How do we do these?
Hey guys, it's Matt. Welcome to Speed Tutor and welcome to creating a loading.
Alright, let's see what this.
Now, I know there's a lot of tutorials on this, but there's a few things that they forget to mention, which is really important, especially if you're building out big levels. A bunch of collections on names.
Actually, let's just open this on YouTube.
That we're going to use. So we're going to use UnityEngine.ui and using UnityEngine.scene management because we need to both find the scenes that we're going to use and to know which level.
It's a public class async loader. Main menu screens, loading screen, the main menu, slider.
It'll look like I'm going to or going from. Then here we can say that our main menu.setActive is false because we want to set that off. Loading screen.setActive is true in this case because we want to set one to false, set one to active, and then under here we'll want to start a method to run the asynchronous operation. So to do that we can use a coroutine, so we need to use IEnumerator, and then I'm going to call this one a load level async operation. Everything in for you. Far it's done. We'll say math need to go to running this coroutine. So we'll say start coroutine, open brackets, load level async. Then in the brackets we need to pass the parameter of the level to load, and then we add a semicolon. So as you can now see here, that it wants to access the slider that we created, which is the loading slider, the main menu, which is just my main menu here, and then the loading screen canvas, which is there. What I'm going to do now is disable the loading screen canvas so you can't see that anymore. On my main menu I've got a series of buttons, and my third button here for load game, or it could be new game, any of the buttons that you want. You can press plus to add a new event. I'm going to add the async manager into the slot, go to the async loader, the load level button, which will be asking for a string, Now I know that I want to load this level, so I can just copy it from my scene and then we can just paste it in here so I know exactly what that is. Make sure you go to File, Build Settings, and make sure your scenes are in there so you can see that if you had the integer value, it's 0 or 1, but I just wanted to use the actual names. But with this being said, once we try this out, with this being an async operation in the editor, it will just freeze Unity while it actually loads everything in, and it's not an asynchronous operation.
Okay, hold on. So let's see something here. So this one will load quickly because there's not anything. So when I hit here, okay, cool. It freezes on that screen. Of level. Let's generate terrain because we do need to. We'll see. Let's go back to the. So it needs to take a while.
We can load, but you can see here that nothing's happening and it's just frozen. Absolutely nothing at all. And the very last second, once that's complete, then it does show it within the editor, and then it will load our scene. Now, on the other instance, as I'll show you in the background, when it's working on a build, it works absolutely fine. The operation might well be absolutely fine if you've got a really small scene or a really light scene. Building the game out will actually help you out. And do check out all the links in the description.
Okay, so he basically... It's basically, I gotta slap just a thing on screen, but basically I think what I'm gonna do for the time being is on the hood, there's a level transition guy over here. Which honestly probably is where I'm going to want to do this. Okay, so I think what I want to do here then is I'm going to do a private enumerator load level. It's going to take in a string scene name. Actually, it doesn't even need that. Oh, duh, you're just throwing that. So basically I want a async operation, load operation is I guess what he did, equals scene manager dot load scene async, which I'll pass in scene. And do a while load operation does not equal, or no. While not load operation dot is done. Floats progress value equals math f dot lamp 01. What does that do? I'll look at that in a second. Load operation dot progress divided by 0.9f. Don't know why he's doing that. I can look into that later. Serialize field. Private loading slider. Oh wait, I didn't declare the type here. Slider. So we're just gonna make this ugly for the time being. You don't know what slider is. Oh, probably because that's a UI. Yep. Loading slider that I didn't name correctly. Nope. I mean, this is gonna change eventually, but loading slider dot value equals progress on it, and then you're gonna be like
coroutine by saying async. Then in the brackets, we need to pass the parameter of the level to load.
Okay, so then you'll yield return null. Got that. And then instead of this, basically we want start coroutine, load level,
load, and then we add a semicolon. So
oh wait, start coroutine, load level, and then I gotta pass in the scene. Oh wait, no, I don't gotta pass in the scene. He's passing in the scene. There we go. So then what I'm going to do then is so here on the HUD, empty. Load level, that's going to have a let's just duplicate this guy. Load level. And we're going to put you up here for now. Oh, except, hold on. Nope, I didn't attach it. So that means now the level transition needs a slider, which is going to be the load level guy. Health bar. Ooh, actually, how does... Hold on. HUD. Let's delete that thing. Let's delete this whole thing. And that's supposed to be in the HUD. Load level. Level slider. Graphic. Health bar, yes. Or no, so you can be the health bar background. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it that way. We're just gonna copy this guy. Control D, load level. Image. Fill amount. Put you up there. Then in the level transition, take that there. Let's see if it's that simple. Okay, why did that?
Happening, and it's just frozen, absolutely nothing at all. And the very last second, once that's complete, then it does show it within the editor, and then it will load our scene. Now on the other instance, as I'll show you in the background, when it's working on a build, it works absolutely fine. The operation might well be absolutely fine if you've got a really small scene or a really light scene building the game out.
All right, I wonder if okay, so if I do a build and run, you guys won't be able to see this because I did not have OBS set up to capture the build. Yeah, so it like shoots to the end. That's annoying. Oh, whew, my bad. Oops, that's
on namespaces that we're going to use. So we're going to use Unity Engine dot on namespaces that we're going to use. So we're going to use Unity Engine.
no, I want the Reddit post that I got this video from.
Engine dot scene management, because we need to both find the
force generator. Happens on start. Okay, this might not be the way that I wanted to go. Hold on.
So we're going to use Unity Engine
Loading.
.ui and using Unity Engine
Green
dot
Unity. I do gotta say though, I feel like it does load significantly faster with the async. I just don't like that that fills out like immediately. Actually, it doesn't load any faster. Yeah, it doesn't load really any faster at all. What I'm curious about is, I don't want to kill it, but see with this. Okay. Okay, so all right, let's try this. So basically what it's saying to do here is I don't know why it wants a yield return null at the very beginning. But then it's loading the scene. Then load operation dot allow scene activation. It says do that to false. Then while not is done, is divided by 0.9f. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'll do a debug .log of the do loading process and then plus progress value times 100. I got the fill amount, which is fine. And then if loading operation dot progress equals 0.9 f, do debug dot log loading complete, or let's do press any key to continue, and then if input dot any key load operation dot allow scene activation equal to true, and then that. I'm not sure about the other yield return, so let's see what happens here. See, it just shot from 0 to 100, like immediately. I don't know if that's got to do with the... Try that again and see exactly what happens. Because it's like... See, yeah, because I'm pointing on my screen as if you guys can see anything. That progress bar that's still connected shot up to 100. None of that did anything. Oh, well, that doesn't help. When the... I got linked to a video on Unity Learn, and then I got told that it doesn't exist anymore. All right, I need to run to the bathroom really quick. So give me 1 minute.
Speed00_ just followed.
Cycle it.
Hey, I heard a... Sorry, I was not at my computer when I got the follow. Thanks for the follow. I'm trying to remember how to check that after the fact. It's not giving me a notification that says who that was. At least I don't remember offhand where it is. He's up one. Yeah, I cannot remember where that was offhand. I am so sorry, but I appreciate the follow. All right, so where were we? So none of this stuff even appears until... Let's see. Okay, let's close this off because none of that stuff is happening in Awake, I believe. Hold on. Let me. I don't understand why it's going from 0 to... Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to bump that. In progress is 0 when operation progress is less than or equal to 0 and is 1 when it's greater than 0. So your progress is always 1 because of the operation progress is always positive. Try to simply blah, blah, blah. Not what it's doing though, because it's saying to do loading progress plus progress value times 100. Unless I just do this. Oh wait, I do need the progress value. What does that say when I run this? I hate that it's annoying too that I gotta run it with it generating the level because it just takes so much longer to do. Okay, so if I go down here. And it like doesn't I got 0 to 90 that time. So I don't understand why it's just shooting 0 to 100. Force generator sets everything up in start. I might have to look at the I might have to look at the logs and figure out what's none of these blogs are what? Hey, 08, how's it going? Okay, so while the operation is not done, operation progress times 100. Okay, which then, yeah, that makes sense that this guy can just be the progress value again. I haven't heard anybody even talk about Ren and Stimpy in a long time. I forgot about that show. That the bar is whatever. When did Ren and Stimpy was like known for like some like first aired in 91. I guess it's not that old. That only makes it 32, 33 years old. That show's only slightly older than I am. Like, this show was known for some like dirty episodes though, wasn't it? Oh, I accidentally closed the thing I was reading to. So if operation progress is greater than or equal to 9, I'm not even going to bother with the pressing the key thing. Oops. And we're just going to... The only episode I can distinctly remember was, or that I remember existing was one that, where they were like at the beach or something like that. And like, basically like screwing with like a bunch of women's like bikinis and stuff like that. And I think at a certain point they like end up like sneaking into the shower and like doing stuff from them. I'm pretty sure that was like a notorious episode that got like, I think got like canceled or something. Or definitely got quit being aired. What do you mean? I took care of it. Oh, I didn't save it. That's why. All right. Yeah, it shoots it up to like, I mean, it seems like it was a little slower that time. Yeah, the game's coming along pretty well. It's, yeah, it just shoots 0 to 90%. And it's like that last bit is the part that like isn't showing correctly. I also don't like the percentage sign is there. I'm trying to figure out how this loading thing works because I basically got the level generation working and then got like the scaffolding for like POIs to be generated into the world and decided to take a break from POI. And I got one POI mostly built. I decided to just take a break and work on something different. I'm trying to get this loading screen to work. For probably help too if I just set this guy to just be 0 right off the bat. I play my Switch all the time. I'm kind of excited about the new Switch, but it depends on what. Honestly, whether I get a Switch 2 right away really is going to be dependent on two things. One, is the next Pokemon game going to be on Switch 2, or is it still going to be on the regular Switch? Because if it's still on the regular Switch, then like I'm not have to worry about fighting people getting a new Switch because I know there's gonna be stock issues because there always is. Other than that, it's like if there's games on launch that were so yeah. The only reason I have the suspicion about this is when the first year the Switch came out, the Pokemon game that came out that year was still on the 3DS and not the Switch. Now, I got a Switch like on launch because I thought the thing was like super cool and it was like way different than the 3DS and everything. So like I had reasons for it. But now going from the Switch to the Switch 2, don't know how much of a difference it's really going to be. And since the only game I pretty much play is Pokemon, I haven't even played Pokemon in a long time. I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. I bought Tears of the Kingdom on launch and then never played it. But yeah, like the year the Switch came out, that year's Pokemon game still came out on the 3DS. So like I could see, granted, the going from the 3DS to the Switch is probably a significantly bigger difference development wise than like the Switch 2 is going to be. So like, I don't know. At the same time, I think they said that like the Switch 2 was going to be backwards compatible too, in which case then it doesn't matter. Because like if Pokemon comes out on like the Switch, I could just play it on the Switch too. But at the same time, I'd still have no reason to buy it because if it can play on the regular Switch, I'll just play it on the regular Switch and not fight people trying to get the console. So like the only other factor that would come into play then is if there's games on launch that like seem cool that I really want. But yeah, I think I'm less excited about the Switch 2 than I was the Switch originally, just because of the generational difference between the 3DS and the Switch versus the Switch to the Switch 2. But this is an assumption. They really haven't said anything much about the Switch 2. So I don't know. We'll see. Girlfriend told the HOA that you could digitize the bylaws, so I've been trudging through that. Oh, that can't be that bad. Send it through AI. I actually don't even necessarily need to do AI. They're pulling text out of an image is a technology that's existed forever. It can't be that bad. Outside of, well, I guess you have to take pictures of, or at least have PDFs of all, or, you know, I guess if you're digitizing it, that means there's no PDFs of it. You'd be creating PG. You just got to take pictures of who knows how many documents and scan them. You're good. Okay, actually, this is what you do. You get all of the documents and you lay them out all side by side at exact perfect like distances. Then you just get one of those like I don't even know what they're called, but the little like the rails that like they use for like film production when the camera's got to move and be steady, but for a long distance. So they have it like sitting on basically a little train. It rolls along, and you just have the camera pointing down at that, and you just move it at a constant pace. So that way the code can detect every single image or every single piece of paper from the video as he goes through and parses it out, and probably ends up being way more expensive and complicated than doing it the way that you're probably doing it. But it'd be fun to do it that way. Oh, geez. What HOA do you live in that has its bylaws and stuff from 50 years ago and hasn't been digitized? Also, keeping the typo sounds like a stupid idea. Why would they, like, if they're going through all this effort of digitizing it, why the hell would you not just like fix it? Like, I mean, this is an HOA. It's not the government. It shouldn't be that big of a deal to fix some of those typos. That's fair, I guess. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is the last, like, start, awake, and on enable will run after you set the scene to active. So if you have lots of calculations in place, so you can hear, will run synchronously outside the scene load. Are you doing? So everything that I'm trying to do, I should just here. There we go. Everything that I'm trying to do, or all the stuff that I'm doing that I want to have happen in a loading screen, happens after the loading thing happens. Which almost means now I want to do like a manual. like, I mean, I could set up my own loading thing that as it loops through all this stuff, it, the problem is it doesn't, even load over, you know, it doesn't populate the scene until after the stuff, so I can't even see that. And 90% your scene is effectively loaded and its on-create, on-start procedures are run. This includes any asset loading, especially embedded videos, and will freeze your UI until finished loading it. The only solution I know requires large reworks to your code that basically remove everything from the start load of your scene and loads it into a function called manually after your scene has been loaded. I might have to go like what I could do then is after I set up all the components and stuff like generate the noise, I could on load, I could set generate map or run generate map like the first go around and have like a pseudo like progress bar that updates. I don't know if that's even gonna work. Copy this. Let's go into the other level. Let's go ahead and put that guy in here. And what I can do is private image. See if I'm crazy. Does this even... Let's just try it. See if this even works. It probably is not going to work, but who cares? It's learning. Instead of... You know, I'm spending all this time Googling. It's not, you know, doing anything, so I might as well try something. Private bool is loaded equals false. And then now an update. If not is loaded. Generate map. Get out of this guy. Then what I can do is generate map. Int counter. Float counter. So I don't have to deal with weird conversions and stuff like that. Equals 0. And I think that's the start. Okay, so then I can do counter plus plus, and then I can do load progress dot fill amount equals map size x times map size y, or counter divided by that. And this should give us you went to Costco, bought $100 of Nintendo gift cards for $89 and watched equities for sales, only buy games on discount. I'm impatient sometimes. I don't feel like I just don't put the effort into that. I could probably, honestly, if I put effort into stuff like that, I probably could save money, but I just don't. It's one of those things that, like, I don't know. It, like, it feels shitty to say, but it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like, honestly, like, I make enough money that, like, I just don't really sweat trying to save a couple bucks on, like, a video game or something. Like, I don't know, like, I just don't feel like putting the effort into doing that, because I feel like it just, the amount of time I spend doing that, I can just, like, get the game, I guess. I don't know. It sounds so, like, yeah, it's, I mean, I grew up, like, super poor too. So the problem is I don't sit there and try to, like, save money. Like, when I buy something, I just buy it. My problem is actually convincing myself to actually buy it in the first place, because I don't want to spend money. But when I do spend money, I don't worry about saving money. So it's like, yeah, once I get past the hurdle of, like, finally allowing myself to buy the thing, I just go and buy the thing. Maybe that's why I don't like spending all this time trying to, like, save money, because it took so much time just to convince myself to do it in the first place, that if I spend all this time trying to save money, I might back out of buying it. Like, I don't know. It feels like it feels wrong to say. Like, I'm trying to think of what the word is, but it just feels like, I guess, douchey to say that, like, I don't find the word, you know, I don't know. It feels really weird saying it, but, like, I don't really know how to say it. Oh, I wonder if I put the map through a coroutine. Okay, I wonder. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, I guess the better way to say it, I guess, is I'm fortunate enough to be in a situation where I don't have to do stuff like that, because I definitely know what it's like to have to, like, a penny pinch. And I feel, and people that are in the situation that they have to penny pinch, they don't like doing it either. So I guess that's the way the phrase is. I'm fortunate enough to be in the situation where I don't have to. Oh God, I need a haircut. My hair's getting long, starting to get long. AKA by the time I finally decide to go get a haircut, my hair is gonna be like a mini afro. Because talk about not wanting to spend money. When I still lived in Indiana, getting a haircut cost me like $15, something like that. The cheapest place I could find to get my hair cut out here is $50. And I just don't want to spend $50 on a haircut. because it's like, and I get it, it's $50 because I live in California, but it's just like, but I'm like, but a haircut shouldn't cost $50. But like, obviously the person's gotta, you know, the person's cutting my hair has to make a livings, and they live in California too, so it's gotta be expensive enough that they can make enough money. I just don't like doing it. I was bad about getting my hair cut when it cost me $15. Now it costs me. See, I'm afraid to do it myself. I feel like I do enough. I have enough done to my hair that, geez, my music is like freaking out. I do enough to my hair that I feel like I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it myself. My wife, I could do that. No, I used to do that. And like, when I was younger and played football, I would just do buzz cuts. I can't tell if it was my speaker that's cutting out the music or if it was actually my computer cutting out the music. But yeah, I did used to just buzz my hair, and I got sick of doing it. Though I know my parents liked when I did it, because then they didn't have to pay for a haircut anymore, because my dad could just buzz it off. But like, yeah, I feel like I can't do it myself, and my wife definitely won't do it for me. Phone is like going nuts. Why are you frozen? What did I do to you? Oh, dude, even the guy who cuts my hair even says that like I can come in to get like the back of my neck and like my sideburns and stuff like trimmed up for like free in between cuts, and I don't even do that. My thing is too is like, well, okay, part of it too. So story time. There was another place that I went to that was technically cheaper for the haircut, but I had to drive to the town over, so to drive this place was probably about 15 minutes, right? So like, we're talking like a $5 difference, right? So like, honestly, like it probably, with the cost of gas, it probably costs the same as like the person I go to here in town, or it was like a smidge more expensive because of gas, but it was still like a 15-minute drive. So I got sick of it. So I started going to this guy in town where I was like, okay, it's a little bit more expensive, but I don't gotta drive. So like it balances out. I actually think that Unity just like died on me. Hang on. Yeah, I think Unity just straight up died on me. So I went to this guy, and he was great. He does a really good job cutting my hair. But then all of a sudden, like, it got weird. Like, I don't know, like we chat and stuff like that, like you do and stuff like that. And it was like cool chatting and stuff like that. But then like, I don't know what happened or if something happened in his life or whatever and stuff. But like his conversations just started taking a weird turn to where I think the last couple times he's like asked me if I've ever like gone to therapy or thought about going to therapy. And because I think he wants to go to therapy for, whatever reason. And like, so I think he's trying to like get information about it. Maybe, I don't know. And geez, is my music cutting out for you? Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so it's my speaker just being shit then. I just have my music playing through like my speakers since I have a headset on and stuff. And I think something somewhere in my setup is causing interference with the Bluetooth, and it just like starts cutting out randomly for some reason. But like, so my wife has a theory that he's trying to start like a side hustle as a therapist, and then like, because it works out, he's like cutting your hair and then does like a therapy session. So now she really, really, really wants me to, the next time I get my hair cut, if he brings up this therapy thing again, to be like, oh yeah, I am thinking about going to therapy, just to see what direction the conversation goes. But I don't know, I've just been weirded out by it lately, and I've been trying to find a new place to go. But the problem is like everywhere, like anywhere else to go get my haircut is like way more expensive. Like we're talking, I think like the other place in town, I think charges like $75 for a haircut. And I just can't find it in me to spend $75 on it. You know what I can buy for $75? A video game. I will just buzz my hair before I spend $75 on a haircut. Okay. So I think if we make this an IEnumerable, yield return, no, or actually no, I gotta, I have to put it here. Yeah. So if I yield return null, that should make this guy happy now. So now in updates, I can call start coroutine. Girlfriend took me to her hairdresser once, then proceeded to tell her he likes it when you wash his hair and massage his head. It's like she turns things accidentally sexual, and now I can't face that lady anymore. I generally don't have my hair washed. When I get my hair cut. Because normally what I'll do is I'll get my hair cut and then I'll come home and shower. Oh, maybe that's why it lagged. Maybe that's why Unity freaked out, because I never set is loaded the true after it. So it's probably just trying to generate the map over and over and over and over and over again. So actually, before I do this coroutine thing, let's try it without the coroutine and see if it works. It probably is going to work better if I make it as a coroutine, but like, let's see what happens. But, you know, generating it already takes like 15 seconds to load the level, generate the level in the first place. Let's do that every frame and see what happens. Oh, I wonder what Brad's got planned with what's his face? Ben? Is that his name? Yeah, Ben. I wonder what they're scheming up. And what's the lack of Zach? Where's Zach been? I could also imagine Zach was maybe the one who took the picture. I don't know. Like, I'm curious. What's going on and where's Zach? What happened? Also went a manicure with her and she was all, oh yeah, he loves a hand massage, so I don't do that. I've never had a manicure. My hands are so like my fingers are so jacked up. I don't need manicures are fingers, right? Yeah, it's manicures and pedicures of the feet. Yeah, my fingers are so jacked up. I don't need someone like messing with them and judging me. I wonder if, okay, let's do that and then get rid of this yield return. That's probably what's screwing with it. There we go, just so I know what the hell those things are. Well, that didn't do what I thought it would do. Generate noise. Innumerable. Return null there. Let's save that off. I gotta hang out in the Discord more. I think he announced something like, I think it was like last night he posted. And it was literally just a picture of him and Ben. And then I made a joke about him welding Ben's hands together because the oh yeah, I think it's like the blur effect that they did like in the background. It like affected his hand, like he was kind of sitting there with his hands in front of him like that, and the blur effect like affected his hands and it just turned them into one mass. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to maybe them popping up again. I wish Chris would stream again. I get that he's super busy with work and stuff, but like it's been a while. I wonder how much his subscriptions, I don't know how many people were actually subscribed to him on Twitch, but I wonder how much his subscriptions have dropped. I know my subscription to him has lapsed because I think I think when I read like, because there was the saga of my, well, so mine was set to auto renew, but then something got screwed up with my PayPal. So there was that month that it didn't auto renew and I had to renew it. But then when I renewed it, I forgot to click it to auto renew again. So it only subscribed for a month. But it was during that month is when he quit streaming because of work. So like my subscription just hasn't, I never re-upped it because he's not streaming. Like as soon as he starts streaming again, I'll re-up it. Because, like, you know, I have no problem subscribing to him and everything. It's only, what, $6 a month or something like that. But at the same time, I'm also not going to just throw $6 at nothing either. I still got a ways to go. I'm sitting at, let me see. Where's, let me pull it over here so I can see. I've got 28 followers right now. Oh, I guess over here it says 29. Either way, I need 50 followers to actually, for even half of it. And then the other half is, oh yeah, I have the stream numbers no problem because it's like stream for 8 hours over a 30-day period. That's easy. Stream on 7 different days. That's super easy. On the reach 50 followers tab, it says I have 28 out of 50. So it means, I swear I saw it. Like my stream says, dude, I don't see those bots pull up anymore. I had one person like on my Twitch dashboard now. It says 29 followers, but if I refresh it, it still says 29. So yeah, I don't know what the discrepancy is there. But yeah, so I need right here. It says reach 50 followers. I've got 28 out of 50. And then I also need to have an average of 3 viewers. And I think I broke 2 at one point, but I'm sitting at like 1.3. I hit this point where like I'm not able to like, where I wasn't, like I kind of got up to a point and then it just like stagnated. Then Christmas happened and I quit streaming for a while. And I know it's hard. Like, cause I know if I actually had people in here, I think it's getting those couple people to actually like regularly, the computer rebuild. Yeah, the computer rebuild happened. Then Christmas happened. Then I didn't bother starting streaming again because I was gonna have to quit for like a week when I was on vacation. So I waited until like basically almost February to start streaming again. The problem is I just need to get like a handful of people to like regularly be in here and me be able to talk to and interact with and stuff. And I'm sure I'll see like an upwards projection again. But I think the problem is like I'll be in here with nobody chatting. And I know when no one's chatting, I like just get into this like where I just like don't talk and I'm just like doing it. So I'm sure I'm not the most entertaining person in the world. And then so I'm sure because I see like on the stream results, I'll have like there's some days where I have like a handful of people, like new people come in here, or it'll say I've got a handful of new viewers. They'll never say anything and I'll never see anything. So it's like I think they come in, find me boring, and then leave. Okay, so this is just straight up not generating terrain. Oh, I guess if I start the coroutine. Not to string. Why can I not? Do I need to yield return down here? Why is this okay? But this is not okay. Oh. I enumerator, that's why. See, the thing is too is I might end up in a situation like Chris here soon where I've kind of been looking for new jobs, and it's specifically too like not working from home because I don't like working from home. And I granted the working from home isn't the problem here. It's the problem here is like right now I start working at like 6 in the morning and I get off at like 2. That's why how I stream when I stream. If I get like an in-office job, you know, that's not remote like with people, because I work that schedule because most of the people on my team are on East Coast time, so I just line up better with them. But if I'm working in office here, I'm going to be working until probably like 4 or 5 my time, and then I'm just not going to have time to stream anymore. Oh, that is kind of cool, actually. I can't believe that actually worked. Look at it go. The thing is, though, is it's running so much slow. This is slower than loading it the other way I'm doing it. Because there's absolutely no reason why, like, if someone were to play my game and they like of this, like, you know, graphics, and they saw the progress bar going that slow. That's hilarious, though. I didn't think this would actually work. Oh, and the worst part is this isn't even a full-size map, because this is only 32 by 32. Yeah, if I do that the full, like, size. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Crap. There's a level of optimization that needs to happen here that I don't know how to do. That honestly, from a running the gameplay standpoint, I don't think I need to do. But the engine can't run. Oh no, I broke it. Whatever. I'm just gonna kill it. I'm not even gonna wait for this. Oh, okay. I figured it out. I don't have to kill it. Okay, let's get... What happens if I get rid of the yield return there? Okay, my game's not that bad. I say as I've got a 40... Did I get a 4090? Or did I get a 4080? I don't remember what graphics card I bought. I gotta check now, damn it. I don't know where the box is. It's either a 4080 or a 4090 that I got. Hold on. Doesn't even say on the side. It just says RTX. It just says GeForce RTX on the side. Yeah, it's like it's a 4080 or a 4090. And then there's all those people that are like, oh, but well, the 5000 series just came out. I'm like, bitch, I can't buy a 5000 series right now. Also, the 5000 series cards also don't change the performance of my card. Like, my card is still significantly more than I need, and it's going to last me quite a while. If I have my 4080, I think I got a 4080. I don't think I went for the 4090. If I have my 4080, as long as I had my 1070, because I had a 1070 before I replaced this thing, that means I will be buying like a 7 or 8,000 series card by the time I upgrade it. Oh yeah, so you did the same jump as I did. You went from a 960 to 3070. I went from a 1070 to a 4080. Actually, I wonder. Device manager. That's what I'm looking for. I can find it out in here. I have a 4080. It's a 4080 Super. Hi, Hendrix. That was a big yawn. See, that didn't accomplish anything. Oh, and when I do that, it breaks other things. Because by generating the scene that way, that backpack is its event isn't getting connected up for when to set up the UI, so like I can't interact with it. I've accomplished nothing today. I shouldn't say nothing. I've somewhat kind of figured out how to do this loading thing. I ended up not accomplishing at all what I wanted to do because all it does is shoot to 100. All right, let's just revert these changes over here. Do that. So all that happens is it shoots from 0 to 100 and then waits for all the stuff to load that I wanted to be a part of the loading screen in the first place. So I don't know how to do it then. A little async has never actually been async within the editor, but it works in builds. Wait, what? Huh? Let me do this so we can actually see the game. I would expect it to run asynchronously because it's async. Okay. Okay, so that still works. I definitely could zoom out this camera. Some of the like UI stuff could definitely be shrunk because I'm so used to seeing it on the tiny little screen, and then when I play it on my window, I'm like, oh, big. Oh shoot! I don't have a way to quit the game. We'll use the... Jackson, why are you licking the floor? Hey, Jackson. Hold on. God, cats are disgusting. One of them threw up, and then the other one's over there licking it up. Well, I'm at a loss. I don't know. I don't know how to get this to work. Yeah, I don't know. But on that note, it's 4:30-ish. I gotta head out. So I will be back again on Tuesday. So have a good night. Have a good weekend. See ya. Yep, Tuesday. But yep, I will see